Welcome back, everybody. We are back in the action. Quick recap. Glenmore Reservoir Dogs 152. Ventroller of Japan 37. About to get kicked off on the second half here.
Yes. And my Facebook Live that I put up that was limited to friends only is now live and actually public. So tell your friends, G.I. Jones, find me on Facebook and you can watch the game live.
So they can tell their friends, but I'm not sure how many of them just lost their trust and faith in you guys.
I can't believe I lied to everybody on that first half. On the track, Sparkly being out of the pack first, will pick up lead for the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, Glenmore Reservoir Dogs great out of the gates here, setting the pace and picking up the lead game early, just like they did early in the first half.
Sadly, Sparkly Bean picked up putting the track penalty. I don't want to say just like he did in the first half, so I'm not positive on that. He did. But he's going to the penalty box, and now that will put New Japan, Men's Roller Derby Japan out on their own.
If it makes you feel any better, we can pretend like he didn't, and it'll create more reaction.
Well, the action has risen and is sitting right in front of us on the track in turn 4 as number 2 is
Specifically Taz for Glenmore, and Razor doing a great job holding it together in front there, just asserting themselves, holding down number 2, Kabuki Mono, as best as they can. Kabuki Mono finally makes it through for that initial pass.
lots of offense coming in. Sparkly Bean coming in, hitting Red Bull nice and hard, remaining in bounds, dancing on his toes, staying in bounds the whole time and out of the back.
Incredible blocking by Taz and Dodger Balls here, just holding them together that low on the back, and making it very difficult for Kabuki Mono.
Kabuki Mono now quite fatigued after that last push through the pack as Sparky makes his way through and throws another few points up on the board. That was 4 for him. Kabuki Mono into the pack.
Let's hope it
Pretty easy to track this
Let's see if
time.
we can pick up any extra points in the last couple seconds here as we count it down 2, 1. A little bit of a jumping action there for Sparkly Bean. Did he pick up those points there? He did. He picked up 4 points at the end there.
4 more going to Men's Roller Derby Japan. Will put them at 8 to 13 in this last jam. Score right now 165 to 45. This second half just underway. 27 and a half minutes left in it. Johnny counting to 10 slowly and trying to find the I think he's heading to the medics. I think he knows where he might be, or he's heading to the bench. There we go. Yes, that is their reason all weekend. And Datsuki managed to pick up a penalty. But at the same time, he kind of got bumped himself quite well. I don't know if he's still able to keep up the team. Okay, that was an official timeout being called by the penalty box. I want to clarify what happened there and who was hit and why. Timeout's going to end and we're going to start up again. That looks like Pork Chop Express out there on a power jam start. Somewhere in there, Rice Bowl managed to pick up the penalty. I don't know what it was. 10 on the board for Japan.
Precisely, and he's doing a great job keeping everybody aware of Glenmore's position coming off the track.
And lots of communication from the bench as well. Now, of course, Pork Chop did have his ankle hurt yesterday. As you can see, he's stretching it out right now. He's probably got a couple ibuprofens downrange.
Downrange in progress.
Yeah, all those terms offset that I'm putting up on Facebook Live.
It's okay. I forgive you, but you're the military right now.
It's okay, they've got strategic satellite watching us right now. And Flusterbuck got the back first, will pick up late. U2 is at the back fighting with Graffiti Petey, but then dancing around Jeff Null, who does a big swing and a miss.
That was a great time there by U2. Just lined up and miss.
Looks like a piece of kit has flown off, and Jeff Null now recovering. Those wrist guard plastic pieces fly out every now and then when you swing and miss like that. And U2 through the pack and out will put 4 points on as Flusterbuck comes into the pack. And that tricky corner sucks Graffiti Petey in, and he avoids a cut and has to come back but falls away from his blockers.
Precisely, U2 trying to get low there to get around, but ends up taking a trip off to the side.
Matt Piper clipped him with his backside, sent him out. Flusterbuck had just been recycled by the Japan team, and is once again, as U2 bumps in, sees his position as he steps out of bounds. Both gentlemen try again. Seriously, we need a Lion King baby. And looks like we've got U2 pushing the front forward. Flusterbuck not having any luck. Big, heavy hit on number 6.
Number 6.
Chuck Breaker goes flying through the air as he meets Flusterbuck face to face, legal target zone, and he gets knocked down on his illegal target zone.
Yeah, that's the thing about Joey a lot of times. These hits definitely look very hard, but they are 100% legal. Except when they're not.
Yes.
Right there, excellent block by Chuck Breaker from Japan.
Chuck Breaker actually got bumped into blockers. It actually bumped into Flusterbuck. Fluster thought that we had stepped down and continued, and that's how he ended up with this contract. And it looks like there's going to be an official review on this. I'm going to go into the middle and listen to what the challenge may be.
While we're waiting on this official review, I want to take a moment to tell you guys about Roadie Photography. Roadie Photography is here for all your photography needs. Looking to enshrine your memories over the weekend, you can sign up for their email list in the lobby. You can go ahead and get signed up on there. They'll let you know when the pictures are posted. You can go and download low res, make it your Facebook profile picture. Remember the weekend here at the Tomodachi Weather Tournament. Or if you really want to get that nice, super high-res photo for your desktop background, your spouse's desktop background, for shrine to yourself and or your team at work, whatever you want to do. Roadie Photography's got you covered. You can pay them for a quick high-res image, they'll email it straight to you, and you will be in business. Once again, that's Roadie Photography.
Okay, so the challenge that we've heard is Glenmore's Road Dogs challenging the fact that their jammer ended up in the penalty box. The contested situation is right here where the jammer was hit, knocked out of bounds, stepped out of bounds, but the blocker that did the hit as well, they're saying stepped out of bounds, and they're looking for a reversal. They're looking for a reversal of the penalty. And it was a non-successful challenge. The jammer will remain in the penalty box and they will lose their challenge.
It's always a tough break, but when you feel like there is an opportunity to challenge and be successful, you have to take it. You know, everyone sees things differently, and
the key is the challenges, and when you do them, it's always good to challenge a jammer being in the penalty box. To go up and throw the official review and challenge a blocker's penalty or something like that, that's minor. You know, let that go, just carry on with the game. Unless it's your key blocker and it's their seventh penalty and it was a valid reason. But to see a coach or a captain take the challenge and use it for obviously good reasons of screening a jammer from the box, that's important and it's wise to do.
Well, the game is exactly what you're talking about. It's about point scoring and point scoring potential, right? And you can't score points when you're in the box, and the potential to score points is obviously diminished for 30 seconds.
The whole part of the game is those points, either your jam or the opposing team's jam. If you can slow down the pack and put more seconds on the clock, that's less chance for people to score. If you can get your key point scorer out of the penalty box, then yeah, of course you're going to challenge it.
Unfortunately, sometimes you just got to play by the rules and wait it out, as is the case here.
And with that, we've got 2 in the box as well for the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs. That's going to put 2. We see and are very efficient is Kaz and Razor. Both of them are part of Team Alberta in Canada, our provincial team. Very good blockers and very good skaters in general. Sadly,
This time, Tomodachi able to break through. Let's see if he's as fortunate this time.
this team just letting them do the work, pushing through, popping through Kaz and Razor, and getting another 5 points.
It's a popular strategy, throwing out that no panic.
And reinforcements have arrived. As the penalty box empties all at once, Glenmore is back in the game. But Tomodachi makes his way through the pack and out still. That's going to be another 5 points. Fluster back on the track. Finally to the back.
Yeah, those 3 Glenmore skaters out of the box there look like they were running into bulls in Barcelona coming out of there.
That was pretty impressive timing. I think they coordinated that. Left foot forward and go. We have still 2 points. Plus about picking up 2 points to the 1 of Kabukimono. However, Kabukimono put another 11 on the board. So that is a 12-point jam for men's roller derby Japan. They're going to drop the score up, push the score up to 85. The score right now, 179 Glenmore Reservoir Dogs, 85 men's roller derby Japan.
Looks like we've got Sparky here making his trip to the jam line after a couple games here. It's been an absolute pleasure watching Sparky work his way around and find the holes. He is very, very good at just poking and prodding and cutting his way in there.
Yep, and you two doing the same thing. He's getting bumped around by Manny Piper, but he's not that kind of guy to get the best of him yet. He is fighting back, peeling around Graffiti Beanie, and then sees the inside, and he will earn the lead from men's roller derby Japan.
I've been hit like that for years.
Set it, 3, 2, go.
Next whistle, let's time out.
Okay, looks like that official timeout is over. 3 minutes and 44 seconds for injury time. 20 minutes and 20 seconds left in this second half of the game. U2 out there with the star in his head. Riceball with the star on his head. And we start off with a star pass for Team Japan, and that will put Riceball in the lead, even though he is not in the lead. Riceball calling it off before U2 can put any points on the board.
The subtle star pass is always a sneaky method of subterfuge there, but
A lot of times you watch people doing the star pass wildly over heads. It's always fun to just do the thrusting through the group and handing it off, hopefully, to the pivot that's on the other side of the receiver.
and hopefully not generating forearms.
And hopefully not hitting anybody in the kidney in the process. That is right. Okay, Flustercluck lining up against.
That would be maybe one number 4.
And you keep going down. To Japan, and I put Flustercluck out there on a hammer.
That was an excellent strategy by Glenmore. They were just pulling the pack all the way to the back, throwing it back. They look like discipline. They're lining up on the inside.
They are all ready to do whatever that jammer needs. Preconceived plays that they've discussed beforehand, who knows? They're ready to act as necessary when the jammer needs it.
You can definitely tell they're very practiced in this strategy. All walkers in the back coming up, doing a pincer maneuver, blocking for their jammer.
Jammer back on for MRDJ. As Fluster dances his way through the pack.
Using that jammer cover, take it off, put it in the tangent.
It makes you invisible sometimes. It's a really weird concept and I don't understand it still. Tomodachi is in the pack. At the back, but gets knocked up by Graffiti Beanie. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Flustercluck split the defense and getting out, putting another 5 points on the board.
Here's an incredible presentation by Glenmore. It just knows exactly what takes place.
Yeah, and another star pass happening to YouTube as he outruns Matt Piper and makes it out of the pack, taking the star from his jammer. Juking left and right, running at a dead no, but making it out of the pack.
Yeah, well, that Piper just shutting his elevator doors on number 1.
Unsuccessfully, though, because he put 4 points on the board and the whistles go. And another 4 points going to Glenmore as that jam comes to a finish. 27 on the board for them, 4 on the board for MRDJ. Score right now 206 to 89 for Glenmore. Lining up.
Sparky, really enjoying his action pose there.
That is his, I don't know what that pose is, but it works for him, and that's okay.
It's just like that.
The rookie model, no pose at all, at the front of the pack trying to get through. Those Glenmore Reservoir Dog blockers. And he had no pose, but he got through the pack, and he is out with the lead for MRDJ. For a cutting the track penalty.
Seems to be a bit of a trend for Sparky here today.
It is. And to the bench.
I completely agree with you. And I think ultimately, it's not only is it creating a little bit of a since they might let someone through with without a helmet cover, but it's also kind of spreading out the stress of the jammer. You know, you're getting beaten up here, there. That's trying to be more evasive, and you need to play that long-term endurance game.
Can someone else in?
That's true. And also it could be the assessment of the jammer. You know, they go strike you. Okay, he's had a couple of cut tracks, perhaps. He's a person that we can push this for 2 minutes with and get points. You never know what the strategy or what the reasoning is behind it, but they did use our pass even though they were leading.
That's very fair. There's definitely a big risk-reward aspect to that. But as long as bridging runners and skiers are more focused on staying clean and staying cool, which it definitely seems to be the trick in Japan, they can leverage that to their advantage.
We've got a timeout. I believe it's a potential official review. I'm not sure what that was. I don't see both captains up there. I'm gonna go find out. It is an official timeout. And not an official review.
Just a good old-fashioned...
Just an OTO, as it may be.
OTO.
Official timeout?
Doesn't it stand for
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, what? Huh? Okay. Who's having fun watching this game? 4 people enjoying this game to the max.
I think we can do better. Can we do 5 people enjoying this game?
Okay, who's enjoying this game? There we go. There, they woke up. We got them.
Gotta wait for that coffee to kick in.
Yeah, the strong coffee.
Luckily, it comes in a can here. It's very, very accessible.
That's so cool. Who's not from here and really likes the vending machines? Yeah. I wish I had a vending machine on the end of my driveway. I'd be so much fatter. Oh, I can go to Tim Hortons or I can go get a coffee at the end of my driveway.
I'm all about the tidbits, my friend.
Tim Hortons is obviously a Canadian thing and amazing. I don't know why people even consider Dunkin' Donuts something nowadays.
Because they don't know. Ignorance is bliss.
It's true.
For Americans.
If you don't know Tim Hortons exists because you're not from Northern America or Northern USA, where they do have a few of them.
Amazingly, there's a Tim Hortons in Delaware, right?
Yeah, there are Tim Hortons out there. I believe there's a Tim Hortons in the Philippines now, which is quite interesting as well. So close to here, you could probably fly to the Philippines. This is the closest Tim Hortons. Okay, so
happy for the people of the Philippines.
there you go. Official timeout is over, followed by a timeout called by MRDJ. So we're going to add another minute on to the OTO that just finished.
I think this is definitely, at least for MRDJ, it's a little bit of strategy session and a little bit of just spreading out, keeping that endurance, taking a long break, getting some water, and just getting their balance again.
So you just said a whole bunch of things, but really catching their breath is what's happening right there.
An excellent summary.
Yes. I mean, it was very technical, but yeah, they're just trying to catch their breath. Especially after some of those heavy hits, as we saw. Chuck Breaker went down there with a hard hit. He's still on the track. He get taken away by the corner, so that's a good thing. But I can imagine he's probably feeling that.
If I were to describe Japan's play, this entire balance thing is a little more conservative, at least in comparison to Glenmore. They take a little conservative lines, they get a little bit less balance.
I haven't looked at the penalty tracker, but I would think that they have. I mean, I think they're pretty equal on penalties right now. On the track, we've got Port Track Express and Rice Ball with the stars on their head. Nobody in the penalty box, even though we just talked about penalties.
Give it a minute.
Yeah, let's just wait. And right now, both of them are working into the packs and trying to find the holes that will let them through, or finding the weak spots that will allow them to go to the penalty box.
Oh, Port Track Express took it over to the penalty box.
I don't know what the call was. Maybe a low block, maybe leading with the head. He did end up low. And Rice Ball will take the advantage on that and grab the lead for Glenmore.
Maybe one guy really showing that awareness again of 10 feet, what 10 feet is, what is the engagement zone, and how far you can push it.
Here comes the cavalry. Glenmore's for dogs, and of course, as I say that, he gets out of the back.
Yeah, baseball just taking out not a there, but
Yeah. Poor Tom Express having a rough time. He's got Mad Piper, Graffiti Pete, and Jeff Null to deal with. I don't know if you look at the size of those guys, but they are not lightweights.
they certainly are not. That's one of the most interesting things I find about mental is you get four, broad-shouldered men on the track against each other. It's a tough ball to crack.
We don't say the word, but let's just say they're big bone, right? They're not in any way out of shape, but they are heavy, heavy blockers.
Where I'm from, they call it husky.
Husky, I like that. That works. They are well fed. We can say that and still be politically correct. We're not shaming anybody.
No shame at all. I mean, I got plenty right there.
They've definitely eaten all the Timbits in the box once or twice.
They don't shame.
Extra time up!
Does anybody?
They will cut you if you try to eat their food. Let's just put it that way. Okay, back to the track. Had a small bit of a potential injury there on one of the refs. Not the case. So we've got YouTube and Foster Clark getting ready to go as soon as this whistle blows.
And as far as jammers go, I've really been enjoying these two matching up over the day. Both of them are aggressive and leaders to the team.
They do. And YouTube is at the front, attempting to be the leader, but it looks like Foster Clark faster. Wasn't sure with the angles there, where the fingers were. Playing with his food. That's what I would equate that to.
That's the psycho right there. Not only is it the psycho, but it's burning the clock.
I was going to say, and that is the other reason. Aside from playing with your food, that's also killing time on the clock. Time equals points, points equals win or lose. Boom.
And plus,
We figured out roller derby.
you can see him there doing that mental calculus. He slowed down and like, all right, I know the exact number.
Exactly. And Spike Lee with his pose ready to go.
I like to imagine this is four face.
Again, that pose did not work. You too, without a pose, managed to get out of the back first. But Sparky is trying to get through. It looks like Kevin Null will have got a forearm penalty. That's going to put Sparky with just one blocker left to tangle with, and he gets through. You two slides in the home base, recycles himself against Graffiti Petey and show your hits.
Good old-fashioned baseball side there from you two. You two really love your punishment coming in and jamming two jams in a row. That's always a difficult time.
Two jams in a row, a couple hits against Mad Piper, and he decides to call it off. Understandably, if you've ever been hit by Mad Piper, you two would have called it off.
That's what
You two, I made a joke, but I didn't even try. I mean, yeah, I totally did that on purpose. Because I'm an announcer, and I think of things.
Things that are funny.
Yes.
At least that we think are funny.
It's all that matters. Do I think I'm funny? Because that's all that matters.
You know what's not funny? Fun.
To the track, 403. Going up against number 2, Kabuki Mono. Kabuki Mono trying to lift his foot to stay in bounds. He stands up and avoids a cut because he did not actually go out of the track, spins on his toe, stays in bounds against the lead, and dodgeballs hits him out of play, goes to the home box.
Kabuki Moto really is doing it practice. Being very careful, checking his toes.
See how fast that pack was moving? Glenmore getting to the front, speeding the pack up, knowing that Kabuki Mono is tired and they can outrun him. And Rice Ball, of course, smooth, controlled, gets in. And you'll notice that if you saw there's like a chance for a hit between Rice Ball and Kabuki Mono, but Rice Ball is not one of those jammers that's gonna knock you out of bounds.
Well, not only that, but Japan has to be more focused on scoring points than playing the chamber-on-chamber game. Because if they get on the wrong side of that, they're in really bad shape trying to catch up.
Star pass happening. Jeff Bell slipping out of the way, but Flusselbuck getting out of the first. Oh! And he will have lead 4 dogs. Jeff Bell trying to slow down.
Maybe more dollars to get a star pass from Japan. He's going to go down on his head. Well, hold on just a second. Will it be
And we've got 7 minutes and 31 seconds in this second half. Look at that, U2 sees the inside. Last settling, and we'll get lead from MRDJ. But that same thing, Sparky, is the exact same thing, sees the hole and goes. U2 through, call it off, grab his 4 points and go. He's going to need more than 4 points at a time though to get this game back.
I gotta say, that's one of the first really like truly brilliant executions that they didn't put the strategy we've seen here. A lot of these jams in this specific half have been just really
That may be the shortest jam we've seen so far.
very true.
One more. 5 seconds.
Just the nick of time.
Timeout white. Is it timeout black pointed at white? So substitution, but I believe it is Glenmore's were dogs that have taken the timeout.
Looks like they were short a escape on the track.
Yeah, Taz was in the penalty box. Taz was released from the penalty box, going to the bench, and then the jam was started. So I don't know. I mean, they called that timeout. I think that might be what Devin was talking about. It's like, hey, we wasted time on saying that. Really, that was a confusion of the refs. I don't know. That is an assumption on my part, but that is what I would be discussing with you.
Well, regardless, it's like there's no real wrong about it.
But you know, like, when timeouts are important, it is. And if I'm a coach or if I'm a captain and I have to burn a timeout because of another person there, you never know.
Would you burn a timeout at the risk of being out of the game in the next shot?
That's one of those ones. That's one of those ones. Exactly. You know, your skater was going to sit out for a penalty anyway. They're back out, but now they're not out.
Next whistle starts the jam.
It's all about your upbringing and the way you were raised as a child.
5 seconds.
I feel like Sigmund Freud would be proud.
Look at this knee splash. Tell me what the jammer is doing. Okay, and this is where the jammer gets lead. Rice ball, number 403, first out of the pack. And then we have ourselves another star patch from YouTube to the strength of Boogie Mono, who is now back on the track, but this time with a pivot. Oh! That was a heavy hit. It looked good. It was right out of whipping. Dev Dog grabs Rice Ball and says, I'm going to whip you. And he holds his hands and it looks great. And then he whips him right into one of the Japanese players where he is abruptly stopped all forward momentum.
It's a good old-fashioned cannonball, I like to call it.
I want to say he probably should have shoulder checked over his shoulder to see where was he going to throw him before he did it. But it looked good. It looked good for the camera. Everybody at home probably enjoyed it. Cluster made it up the pack on the next jam, and he's got lead. And close on his tail, number 8. Naruto is trying to catch him.
Look at that beautiful stop there by Cluster Block on the outside.
That was a little matrix move there.
Yeah. Is he the one?
Oh, goodness, I don't know. Let me take this blue bill. Goes to the outside, gets knocked out by Pork Chop Express. Pork Chop Express taken out by Razor. But meanwhile, Chuckbreaker raising his hand because he ran back and was looking for a cut. Did not work. I do not speak Japanese, but I believe that was, watch out, here I come like a wrecking ball, that Honey Badger yelled out. He came in like a wrecking ball. There's a huge pile up in there. As Cluster goes around the outside, Chuckbreaker takes a hit, no success.
Really impressive Cluster's ability. Watching his skates, really his abilities and skating around where to go. Cluster going in for third, but getting knocked out by Chuckbreaker on the inside.
Chuckbreaker got him that time. He didn't get him on the last pass, but he got him on that one, and he calls off the kick.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and Chuckbreaker served it up.
There you go. I hear an official review being requested. I'm going to go in and see what it is. So, men's roller derby Japan taking their official review as a timeout. So they will have an extra time.
As you were.
Okay, we're gonna get this started. Timeout is over. We've got Sparky Levine on the line, number 42, going up against number 1, YouTube.
It'd be very interesting to see if YouTube does that start pass move. Like they've been just executing flawlessly.
Well, most of the time it's actually been YouTube receiving the stars. So he's got it. He doesn't have to net anymore. And he proves that right then and there. Takes the inside line and gets lead for MRDJ.
Trying some face-to-face hands to win the front. Just as YouTube gets through, calls off the jam.
257 to 123, 4 points put on the board for men's roller derby Japan on that last jam. We're going into jam 19. 3 minutes left in this game. It could go either way.
5 seconds!
Anything can happen in roller derby.
Including earthquakes.
And on the line, forward-looking rice ball getting to the front, going up against men's roller derby Japan blockers. Multiplayer block being called. Rice ball getting to the front.
Really enjoyed Chaz. Really fantastic. Taking a double, dodge and roll, taking a quick trip to the penalty box.
Rice ball through the back and put 5 on the board as Pokemon not able to get through the pack. Of course, gets to the back as I said that he's not able to get to the pack.
That's just how it works. We have to take foolish.
So okay, that's what I get paid big money for. And Pokemon through the pack once again to put 4 points on Rice ball, doing the same thing.
This is exactly the type of opening Pokemon needs. Down 2 blockers for the Glenmore.
Rice ball waiting for the blockers to come in, allowing MRDJ to form up a 4 wall, and he's just going to pick the middle, pick them off one at a time, look for that hole, and they go.
Like you just did.
There you go. Kabuki getting knocked to the inside.
Stop
He's
being
gonna get the second.
Stop being one.
Rice getting knocked out by Chuck Raker or cycle. Honey Badger pulling back up to the front. Kabuki pushing through. One of his blockers picking up a high block, and that's going to leave him alone. Out there to fight with Razor, Taz, and Dr. Balls. Meanwhile, Rice ball through the back, 5 more points for GLENMORE.
You are 100% correct on that. Go through, take the stars. Just go one at a time, find the good ones.
At his age, he's got to go like that. That's just it. He's like 5,000 years old. It's just the thing. And I say that as a personal joke to him, but we always pick on him for being the older. The GLENMORE Dogs, I was discussing it yesterday. If you actually look at the team, very older team. These guys are not young, 20-something-year-olds. Everybody's over, almost everybody's over 30. And there's several over 40 players, including back in Chicago. It's quite interesting to see the experience, the life experience that's on that team.
I'm just getting really excited about baseball's special training going on.
Yeah, there you go, 338. Flusterclock out of the back first, and you will have lead for for the dogs. U2 gets low, gets hit, stays in bounds, and gets up.
8 points. Flustercluck known for his game awareness here. And Flustercluck only puts up 3 points there.
U2 leans in, pushes hard, whistles go, but U2 makes it out. Slides, gets reabsorbed by the dogs.
Not only that, but Flustercluck took advantage of the chaos there. Found his line on the inside and is through for 4 points.
Both jammers out, Fluster calls off the jam. MRDJ putting 4 points up. A big hug at the end as this game comes to an end. Between the two jammers, U2 and Flustercluck, a little moment there on the track. It's pretty deep.
It's very deep. I've said it before, my favorite thing about these tournament environments is the sportsmanship. And you see it in every single bout. And, you know,
That is one of the most amazing things about roller derby. You fight it out for an hour on the track, and then you go for drinks afterwards, and you have a dance-off or a karaoke competition with that exact opponent afterwards.
one team may end up winning the bout, but there's always the after party to be
You can always win the after party.
Team Zebra can definitely win the after party.
Okay, your unofficial top final. 288 Glenmore Reservoir Dogs. 134 men's roller derby Japan. Your winners of this bout is Canada's